Hello friends, Ace Botany, next episode. In this episode, what we'll be doing is cell, cycle and cell division. That is fourth part. And why I put this episode, NCERT syllabus is over, but some students ask certain doubts, even though it may not be directly linked with NCERT, but I thought it will be useful for you. That is why I given this episode as more. So we can enter. I will share the screen so it will be easy for you. I think screen came. So shall we proceed? So chapter 10, cell cycle and cell division, fourth one, last one. Main topics, only one topic, some general aspects of cell cycle, where some students ask, even though not directly linked with the NCERT in this chapter. And some belongs to this chapter, again, not directly linked with NCERT. So we can proceed. So we can start with the different types of meiosis. This area will be linked with the plant kingdom, basically. But it is connected with the cell division. That is why I put here. So first type of meiosis is terminal meiosis, otherwise called gametic meiosis. See here, the meiosis takes place during the formation of gametes. That is why gametic. So diploid convert into haploid gamete. Here you can find. And remember, in gametes, no meiosis will take place because it is haploid. Now, thus formed haploid gametes may again fuse to form diploid zygote. That wait continues. And this event will normally lead to a life cycle called or seen in diplontic life cycle. Diplontic. So main body is diploid. Typical example is mainly the animals. We can find terminal meiosis or gametic meiosis. I think it is clear. Second is initial meiosis, otherwise called zygotic meiosis. So from the term itself, we can guess here the meiosis takes place in the zygote. So naturally, organisms produced will be haploid. And it usually is seen in some lower plants. And the life cycle is called haplontic life cycle. Third is in between these two. That is, here the meiosis takes place at the time of spore formation, generally. Like microspore mother cell, megaspore mother cell, likewise. Spores, basically it is haploid. Normally it is haploid. Both gametophytic and sporophytic, or gametophytes and sporophytes are multicellular. And both may be equally dominant or often free living. So practically it is intermediate type. And typical example is bryophytes. Bryophytes, gametophyte is dominant. Pteridophyte, sporophyte is dominant. And is often called haplodiplontic life cycle. Besides it, many others are there, like haplobiontic, diplobiontic. This way, different types will be there for us, maximum 3 need. Now, different types of mitosis. Again, many are there. First is pre-mitosis or intranuclear mitosis. So inside the nucleus. Here, spindle fiber is formed inside the nucleus. It is seen in some organisms like certain fungus, some algae, etc. Interestingly, nuclear membrane will not degenerate in mitosis. That is why spindle fibers become intranuclear. Next is eumitosis. Eumitosis, already we know nuclear membrane will degenerate in mitosis. And third is denomitosis. See, the name came to presence of this type of division in a group called Denophyceae. Here also a closed mitosis. Chromosomes will be condensed even in non-dividing cells. Here, nuclear membrane will not disappear. I think we can proceed to the next page. See, in such groups, special channels develop to help the chromosome to divide in the nucleus. The nucleus is also called mesokaryon. Why that term came, I will explain last. Here, nucleus resembles both the eukaryote and prokaryotes. So here you can find some star that I will explain after cryptomitosis. So cryptomitosis is seen in some protozoans. Here, achromatic spindle, achromatic spindle. Also, absence of differentiated chromosomes. Mitosis, already you know, we discussed earlier. Now, this star, I will explain why it is. See, mesokaryon, a term I already told you in denomitosis. Mesokaryon, how or why that term? Meso means in between, middle, etc. Karyon, karyon means nucleus. So in mesokaryotes, see nucleus in inverted comma, is there. May be developed, may not be developed, so nucleus is there. But division is not exactly like that of a true mitosis. That is why the term mesokaryote, in between. I think idea is clear. So these are only this much we have to discuss in this episode, even though many are not directly linked with the NCERT, but just explain because some people ask doubts. So I thought it is better to give as an episode. So what all things we just pass through in this episode. So general aspects, starting with the 3 types of meiosis, terminal meiosis, then initial meiosis, then third intermediate meiosis, otherwise gametic meiosis, zygotic meiosis, sporic meiosis. Then next that we have to learn in plant kingdom also. Next we have to proceed to different types of mitosis, pre-mitosis, what are the features where it is in eumitosis, the true one. Then denomitosis, how the term came. Then why the nucleus is called mesokaryon. Then came last term cryptomitosis, protozoans, achromatic spindle. Mitosis, already we discussed. So here that mesokaryon, meso means in between, middle means in between or middle, karyon means nucleus. In mesokaryon, nucleus is there. But division is not exactly like that of a true mitosis. That is regarding this small episode. So by which this chapter is getting over. Chapter 10, cell cycle and cell division. Now, in the next episode, we'll be proceeding to next 2. Based on the demand of the students which I receive, we can proceed. Like plant kingdom or biological classification, living world, we can proceed. So now, no question for this episode. So I think you watch this episode. If you like it, subscribe or like it, share it, comment on it. We can meet later. Thank you. Take care.